family and friends. As Head of Probationary Training, I would also like to extend a warm welcome and thank you for tuning in to support us from home. My role this morning is to give you some insight into the course and to announce the prize winners. The probationary officers on parade today have undergone intensive training designed to develop their knowledge, skills, attitudes and conduct. This training has covered a wide selection of policing subjects and practical exercises to ensure they have a broad base of knowledge to build on. For those at home, I can promise they have been extremely busy for 11 weeks. Their time at Tullyallen has not been a 5-star all-inclusive holiday. As an added bonus, I can confirm that all the officers here are now also experts in cleaning, polishing, ironing and tidying. There's no excuses at home anymore, folks. This is no mean feat, and their success is a result of their hard work and commitment. Individual success always comes with the assistance of a great support team. Chief Inspector Campbell has already mentioned the support provided by friends and family. I am very fortunate to lead a fantastic group of instructors, support staff and administrators here in probationary training. My colleagues work so hard to ensure that our new recruits are mentored in a safe learning environment, while also preparing them for what can be at times the harsh realities of being a police officer. To take 186 new recruits through an 11-week programme is a remarkable achievement. I'm going to ask the officers on parade to show their appreciation for all their instructors with a big round of applause. Go for it. A number of my training team are moving on to pastures new after this course. I would like to thank Sergeants Valerie Gray, Neil Broadbent, Alan Devine, Claire Fletcher, Tom Gorman, Craig Piraway, Craig Woods, Constable Stuart Wright and Adrian Kelly for all their professionalism and dedication during their time here. All the best for the future. Thank you. For Course 2 of 20, today marks the end of their training here at Tullyallen. They move to their operational deployments across Police Scotland and will face continued assessment throughout a 2-year probationary period. If they reach the required standard in operational competence, each officer will graduate with a certificate in policing. Probationary training have a proud tradition of supporting local charities. The officers on this course decided to raise money for the Scottish registered charity Beautiful Inside and Out. Beautiful Inside and Out is a small Ayrshire-based charity covering the whole of Scotland. They offer support to families affected by child suicide and practical and emotional assistance to young people with mental health issues. Despite the challenges of social distancing, the course completed a collective effort to walk or run an imaginary route via all the main cities in Europe. In total, they travelled 7,536 miles. I'm delighted to announce that Course 2 of 20 have raised the grand total of £5,951.14, which I'm sure you will agree is a fantastic amount. Well done, everyone. The founder of the charity, Pauline Moriarty, has sent the following message. I am absolutely overwhelmed by this incredible venture, by the efforts and kindness of each and every one of you who took part and donated by the fantastic amount of funds raised for the work of Beautiful Inside and Out. This charity was born out of the tragic suicide of my beautiful, intelligent, hilarious, compassionate and precious 13-year-old daughter, Jenna. This year we should have been celebrating her 21st birthday. During and since lockdown, we have been inundated with requests for support of troubled souls, with a marked increase in the number of people lost by suicide. This incredible amount raised enables us to organise and fund 138 sessions in counselling, play therapy, drama therapy, music therapy and art therapy. By improving and saving lives, you have helped us to ensure that all our pain is not for nothing. Thank you so much for caring so deeply. So fantastic effort, everyone. Well done. And moving on, I now have pleasure in announcing the officers who have won awards during their training. The first award, the David Connor Memorial Trophy, is a team award presented to the class deemed most proficient at uniform drill. On this occasion, the winners are Class 15, and I call upon Representative Constable John Chisholm to receive the trophy on behalf of his class. The Constable Lewis Fulton Memorial Trophy is awarded for excellence in first aid and officer safety training. Lewis was a constable in Strathclyde Police. He was killed whilst on duty in Glasgow in 1994, and his family and friends donated the trophy in his memory. The winner of this award, from E Division, Constable Joy Milliken. Police officers do a demanding job, and we expect our probationers to maintain a high level of physical fitness. 2 awards are presented for demonstrating outstanding levels of physical fitness, one for women and one for men. The winner of the Lyle Heggie Trophy presented for outstanding female fitness from E Division, Constable Louise Haston. The winner of the James Adamson Memorial Trophy for Outstanding Male Physical Fitness from G Division, Constable Kieran McLaughlin. A significant proportion of our probationary training is academic to ensure officers are well versed in the wide range of legislation and powers we use as constables. The 770 Trophy and Police Mutual Assurance Book Prize is awarded for academic merit. The winner of this award from E Division, a familiar face already, Constable Joy Milliken. In terms of approach and positive attitude to the initial training course, the Endeavour Trophy is awarded to the student adjudged to have shown the greatest overall commitment to the college programme. The winner from Q Division, Constable Darren Swan. Our primary award, the Baton of Honour and Scottish Police Federation Trophy, is awarded to the most outstanding college student on each probationary training programme. The officer adjudged to be the most outstanding student to be passing out Course 2 of 2020 from K Division, Constable Graham Nisbet. Mr. Kerr, it gives me great pleasure to report that the probationary officers on parade today have performed the highest standards of resilience, teamwork and professionalism. They have also demonstrated their commitment to completing their duties with integrity, fairness and respect, the values demanded of every member of Police Scotland. As Head of Probation Training, I know the effort this involves, and I congratulate each and every one of you on your achievement. I wish you every success for the future. Well done. Staff Brown, can I now ask you to continue with the drill display?
It now gives me great pleasure to introduce our Executive Officer, Deputy Chief Constable Will Kerr, OBE. Prior to joining Police Scotland, DCC Kerr had over 27 years policing in Northern Ireland, where he held a number of varied and key command level posts before moving into a director's role with the National Crime Agency. As DCU Divisional Commander and a Senior Investigating Officer, he has led on a number of high-profile murder and terrorism investigations. He has significant public order experience at bronze, silver and gold command levels. During his time as Assistant Chief Constable Belfast, he was Gold Commander for all key events and parades in the city from 2012 to 2014. On taking up post as Assistant Chief Constable Crime Operations, he was responsible for all serious crime and counter-terrorism specialist functions. In the 2015 Queen's Birthday Honours List, DCC Kerr was awarded an OBE for services to policing and the community. In 2017, DCC Kerr moved to a director's role in the National Crime Agency and became the national lead for the UK's response, both domestically and internationally, to child sexual abuse and exploitation, modern slavery, human trafficking and organised immigration crime. DCC Kerr joined Police Scotland in September 2018 and was appointed Deputy Chief Constable for local policing. DCC Kerr, thank you for your support today, and can I now invite you to address the parade.
Good morning, everyone. And you've now completed your training, so you can answer back. So good morning, everyone. Excellent, good. So colleagues and particularly virtual guests who are following us online this morning, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you this morning to the Scottish Police College for the passing out parade of course 2 of 20. And as I said at the beginning, can I pay a particular welcome to the families who are watching our new officers pass out online at the moment. These are strange times, as Chief Inspector Campbell has said. So we're doing things a bit differently today. But for those families who are watching online, you're particularly welcome. It's fantastic that we're able to actually give you a sense of experience of your family members passing out today. And today is an important day for all of you new colleagues. Really just the beginning, hopefully, of a fabulous career. You've had some experience of that already. Of course, you've been out for a number of weeks in these exceptional times. Sent out slightly earlier than we had anticipated, of course, but none of you have suffered as a result of that and probably experienced quite a bit to bring back in with you to the rest of your training careers. And being a police officer demands a lot of us, obviously. We're able to police communities as we do in Scotland because of our fundamental values and principles that underpin everything that we do. very important values and principles, because we police by consent and we provide that public service, and that's the single most important thing that we have to remember. We're here to serve the public, and that old tenet that we are the public and the public are the police, right back to that Pelion principle from 1829, serves us as well today as it did nearly 200 years ago, and never has that basic principle been more important than in the last 5 months. So in the coming weeks and months, you're going to continue to come across things that you've never previously encountered or had to deal with. You'll be expected to show leadership in each of those occasions and deal with the most difficult of situations. But you won't be doing this alone. You'll be surrounded, as you are now, by colleagues, by tutors, by supervisors. You're going to be there to help you, and you're going to need that support of your colleagues, and they in turn will rely on you from your very first operational day out in division. But remember, everyone starts as a constable. We've all been there. I can remember very well my very first day in Derry, where I joined in Northern Ireland 31 years ago. Clearly joined at 13, but I remember with as much pleasure the first couple of weeks I spent in my policing career, even though it was a significant period of time ago. But there's one very core ingredient for good policing, and it's vital that you treat everyone you come into contact with the same dignity and respect. You're going to be called upon to act with courage, with professionalism. Your personal integrity is going to be absolutely paramount to your ability to command respect and to retain the confidence of your communities, and also retaining just a core element of compassion in what we do. We're here to help people, and you can't do that without a wee bit of compassion at times as well. So when I first joined the police service now 31 years ago, the first thing I learnt when I joined the then Royal Ulster Constabulary was the definition of courtesy, and it served me well over the last 31 years. So I'm going to read it out today because language aside, I think that one very basic definition is something that you shouldn't forget, however long your policing careers may last. And it read as follows: courtesy is an essential quality and one which will smooth many a path. The public have a right to expect it, and with it, its complementary quality, good temper. It should be remembered that an angry person is quite incapable of exercising the judgment and discretion so often needed in the performance of police work. A police officer should be careful to avoid giving any justification for complaints of overzealousness or the causing of unnecessary embarrassment to any individual. In carrying out my duty, the confidence of the public should be retained by exercising courtesy, discretion and common sense. And to be honest, I can't beat that definition of what you will need and what we expect from you over the rest of your policing careers. So you've now completed around about 21 weeks of service. You've had the very best of training in here, but remember, when you start working over the next few weeks out in your divisions, the public will see you as a police officer, and they won't be able to differentiate, of course. 1 year's service, they will expect you to deal with them and help them at their time of need. And you have received some excellent training from trainings that you're absolutely world leading, and I want to acknowledge and thank the training that you have received from them and will continue to receive when you go out to your regional and divisional training hubs. Talking to people in the streets and at incidents hopefully is just going to become second nature to you over the course of the next few years. But can I ask two things of you when you do go out? And there are two things that I learnt when I joined the police service from officers who had a lot more wisdom and experience than I did at 21, 2.5 months out of university. And I'm going to share them with you today and ask that you try and embed those into your service very early. And the first is to think for yourself and reflect on the experiences that you're going to have. You're going to make mistakes in policing. Everybody does. The important thing is how you respond to those mistakes. If you act in good faith, as you will, I have no doubt we will be there to support you and help you learn and develop as a police officer, because nobody knows every answer to every single situation you're going to face with the members of publics and communities right across Scotland. But the second is equally as important, is to take your whole self to work. We have to serve the public with good humour, with humility, with respect, and treat everyone the same way you would expect your family member to be treated if they were in the same position. So you bring all those life experiences into work with you, from former employment, for whatever you've happened to do before you joined Police Scotland. Please don't forget those. Our police powers don't just come from an act of Parliament, they come from the consent of the public, and that the public give us to actually do our job. So treat people the way you would expect to be treated. As I've said before, We remember that every single contact with a member of the public, that basic low-card principle, leaves a trace, leaves an impression, and impacts on public confidence in Police Scotland. So that responsibility is yours individually as much as ours collectively. So the demands now upon you involve working shifts, as they will, 24/7. Every day of the year. There are going to be occasions, as we've all done, where you're going to miss out on family celebrations as a result. But you're going to need to be courteous, to be courageous, to be kind, even if you don't feel like it, even if you've had a bad day at home, you're stressed, you're tired. It doesn't matter. The public have a right to expect that same level of service from you. So you need to leave all those anxieties as much as you can at home and give the public exactly the same level of service on every occasion. But to those families who sadly aren't able to be with us here today, but who are at home proudly watching on as each of you pass out, can I thank you in advance for your support and for your forbearance in the years to come. So to conclude, you've joined a fantastic organisation, undoubtedly, and I'm biased, of course, one of the best police services in the world. You're now part of that police family, both you and the relatives and friends who are so proudly watching on virtually today. Your job is to keep people safe across Scotland, but also to look out for each other and make sure you keep each other safe in that environment as well. Policing undoubtedly is one of the most rewarding careers you can absolutely have chosen. So thank you for choosing Police Scotland to come and join it and serve in. And if you enjoy your police career half as much as I've enjoyed the last 31 years, you won't regret the decision in any way, shape or form. So thank you very much for listening to me this morning. Congratulations to every one of you and good luck in your future policing career. Thank you.
Colleagues on parade, earlier I thank friends and family who have supported you. To cause dedicated to those at home who have helped you embark on your new careers with Police Scotland. Over the past 21 weeks, you have been each other's friends, confidants, mentors and guides, keepers and cheerleaders. You will look back fondly on your time here at Tullyallen, and I have no doubt the relationships you have forged will stay with you and be important to you throughout your entire life. I know you're really looking forward to joining your teams who are already working across the length and breadth of Scotland, keeping people safe. So finally, colleagues on parade, family and friends at home, please have your hankies at the ready as I now call upon Sergeant Gary Morton to lead course 2 of 20 as they leave the parade square of the Scottish Police College for the very last time. Sergeant Morton.
Finally, slow march! Finally, slow march.